Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Gears Tactics for the Xbox Series S. The game is also available for Microsoft Windows. Gears Tactics is a turn-based combat game developed by Splash Damage in conjunction with the Coalition. Gears Tactics is a spin-off from Gears of War and acts as a prequel to the first game. The action is set 1 year after Emergence Day. You play as Gabriel Diaz and his squad as a mop-up crew sent to cities to eliminate the Locusts and their commanding officer, Ukan. So what is the game like to play? Well, it's Gears of War but not as you know it. Gears Tactics is reminiscent of those old board games where each player takes their turn, decides what action to complete, then the other players have their turn. So it's a very stop-start affair where you get to choose each action for your squad members until you've used all their action points. As stated, you can move to locations, fire your weapons, throw grenades, dig in, hide behind cover, use special skills or set up an Overwatch. For those who don't know, Overwatch is like setting up a triangular cone that acts as a firing zone. If an enemy moves into that area on their turn, your character will fire on them. So it's a great way to protect your squad and set up cover zones. Combat scenarios focus on tactical squad movement, covering fire, and finding the best way to overcome the odds. It really teaches you a harsh lesson in situational awareness, but it's a very satisfying system when you do finally clear the area. As you progress, your character levels up and have a limited skill tree to populate with varied perks and abilities. Squads are broken up into heroes and units, with the main difference being heroes can't die and have to survive the mission in order to complete it. Units on the other hand don't have that luxury. Think of units like disposable grunts that have permadeath to deal with. If they die in a mission, they are gone forever, which really adds a sense of tension and loss when you've spent several hours building them up. And this is where the character customization system really comes into its own. In between missions you visit the Convoy, which acts as your mobile base of operations. Basically it's a menu where you can alter all of your squad members. All characters can be equipped with weapons, armor and accessories. You can choose the colours of all these pieces and the texture as well. It's a fantastic system that really allows you to create a unique squad. Weapons have different parts to install, giving each troop a more unique feel. The units have further customization with hair, facial hair, and even the ability to rename them. Hopefully this level of customization finds its way into the proper Gears games in future, as it's a fantastic way to let gamers alter the appearance and weapons, making for a very personalized experience. Being a Gears game, you've got the usual array of Locust enemies, from snipers, grenadiers, and even the devastating Brumacs. For Gears newbies, there are short intro videos where new enemies enter the battlefield and it highlights their special traits. And there are many enemies to contend with. Often your squad are massively outnumbered, and when played on the harder settings, Gears Tactics is a massive undertaking to complete. It's the variety of the enemies that keeps it feeling fresh. For example, when dealing with snipers, if they get you in their sights, that character can't move. Well, they can, but they will get taken down, so you've got to use your other squad members to maneuver across the battlefield to flank them. Okay, let's talk about the missions and the game world. In terms of the world, I have to say it was a bit disappointing, as in there wasn't much exploration involved. It's purely combat, squad customization and cutscenes. A lot of the environments are pretty bland, but there were a few standout missions that were well thought out. The missions usually involve you clearing the battlefield or reaching a specific location. You've got hostage rescues, side missions where you collect supplies, capture the flag scenarios. Finally, the game does save at checkpoints, but I would strongly recommend you manual save regularly, as otherwise you may have to repeat up to half an hour of skirmishing every time. Graphically, the game looks pretty good, in particular in the fantastically produced cutscenes. The main gameplay takes an aerial view and often it's hard to actually see any character detail, but it looks pretty good on the whole, I would say. Sound-wise, the voice acting is good, the music is typical Gears fare, and the weapon effects feel authentic to the Gears brand. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The tactical combat is challenging, interesting and varied. The character customization is extensive and really adds value to building your squad. The story cutscenes are excellent, the game features classic Gears enemies and weapons, and it's a very satisfying experience once you get the hang of it all. What's bad? The level variety could have been more extensive, it lacks more open exploration sections to mix up the action, and if you don't manually save all the time, you're in for a mountain of repetition. So what's the verdict? Gears Tactics is a good turn-based combat game with excellent customization, strategic combat scenarios, and a fantastic story cutscene. The game does, however, lack a sense of exploration, but the combat skirmishes always keep you on your toes, and the addition of permadeath for your units make for some tragic moments when you lose key troops. I have to admit, when I heard about Gears Tactics, I thought, who asked for a turn-based Gears game? I don't ever recall anyone ever talking about it. But in reality, the developers have done an excellent job at capturing the essence of Gears, but transforming it into a slower turn-based affair. It may not be the best example of the genre, but if you're a Gears fan and enjoy a bit of turn-based action, then this game is definitely something that will entertain you. I enjoyed it. Yes, sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes it's a bit clunky, but nice presentation, good levels. You know, it's a good, solid turn-based game. So my score for Gears Tactics is 8 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. You can now join the channel to unlock exclusive members-only videos, early access, and other benefits. To join, click on the button on my homepage. But for now, this is Photography Gamer signing off. Thanks for watching.